Miss Criticizer. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Hope you're doing well. If you're here for the very first time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So guys, I'm back with the review series where I will be judging the pageantries of each country, specifically Miss Universe, how it's held. Now, Miss Philippines, we all know that Miss Philippines, they're the king, they're the goat, they're the everything, they're the masters when it comes to pageantry, when it comes to the pageantry world, when it comes to the pageantry organization. So I said, you know what? I'm always focused on other countries. Let me see how Miss Philippines, they organize their show. Let me see how everything is. Oh my god, and I've heard of their winner, Chelsea. Chelsea, baby. I said, you know what? She's so stunning. She's beautiful. Let me just see how everything happened, the coronation. So I said, let me just watch the show. Let me watch the show. And then this video will be split into where I'll basically review the show. And then the second video is going to be about my criticism, the good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing. So let's just go right into it. So the show starts. I see that there's a trailer, there's a promo video specifically about Expo, specifically about tourism in a beautiful city called Sultan Kudarat. It's a nice promo, promoting tourism. I said, that's nice, that caught my attention, that's lovely. So then I just sat there and I said, okay, let me just watch the pageantry. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing, woo, the music, the sound. I see dancers being in sync, choreographers. Then I see a beautiful, stunning girl looking like a supermodel. Who I found out that she was Miss Philippines 2023. She was looking amazing, short bob hair, wet wavy look. She was stunning and she was even giving us a couple of the dance moves, honey. She was giving us a couple of the dance moves. I said, wow, what's going on? Looking stunning. I love the choreography. I love the dance. Wow. So I just thought, okay, finally it ended. I thought, wow, that was a good show. Walk in red, in a nice red gown. I say, uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, she was busting the moves, honey. She was busting the moves. I said, this is Lady Gaga, Beyonce, J-Lo all in one, being an entertainer. The dancers ripped. She basically ripped that red dress off and she came in that glitter outfit. Stunning in that glitter outfit. Dancing, singing, performing. UK, you see your mate.
You can keep cheering. When I got them, I was right down on the dance floor.
UK, you see your mate. Because the queen that you guys had on that show, look at the vocals. I said at that, look, I don't even want to go back to the UK video. If you want to watch the review for that video, just watch it, please. It's up here. Watch it. Where I said, gosh. Hey, sip. Anyway, let me know. But you see, this is how you do it. This is how it's done. She gave a show. Oh my god, I say, is this a music awards? This is a music awards. I said, that's how you open the show, honey. And even the song, I'm Filipina, the pride of Philippines, promoting Philippines. She said, I'm going to promote these girls. And as she was singing, honey, the queen was singing, the girls all walked out. The girls walked out in the intro. Now, I don't know how many girls there are, but I think they're probably 50 or something like that. They walked out as she was singing. I said, wow. Wow. Philippines, that's how you give a show. Now, let me move on to the next round. So, they now introduce us to the judges. And we have Jeannie Mai. Now, who doesn't know Jeannie Mai? Is a popular Vietnamese-American media personality. And she is coming to host. And to be honest, she hosted the show very well. All of them did. The presenters actually look good. The woman, she looks stunning. The man too, he looks dapper. I just wasn't a fan of his bow tie. But they're good. They're well spoken. Very well presenters. Amazing. So now, out of the 50, they have to select the 20. And I said already. But again, with Miss Philippines, I'm only watching the coronation, the live show. They probably had the camp series and all the other things where they showcased all the 50 delegates. So I was not aware of it. If I have time, I am going to watch it. But I just said already because I wanted to watch all the 50 girls. But I understand time and everything that goes into it. So the top 20, I'll call them based on their province. And they also had to pick a winner. So the top 20, we had from Nueva Ecija. She was a bingo plus fan favorite winner. Then we had Eloy. She is an up close and personal challenge winner. Leti, challenge winner. Hawaii swimsuit challenge winner. So those were our top 4 winners for the challenges that they had. Then we'll continue to the rest. It's Tagloban, Pampanga, United Kingdom, Quezon Province, Cebu, Bacoor, Northern California, Baguio, Laguna, Cainta, Zambales, Palawan, Tanguc, Australia, Bulacan, Pasig. Those are our top 20 ladies, and they will move on to the next swimsuit challenge, the swimsuit round. And all the ladies were wearing their beautiful golden swimsuit. It could be a bikini, it could be a full suit. They all wore it. And to be honest, judging this, you guys have watched my previous shows, and I always point out the best and the worst, specifically the worst. But you know what, for Miss Philippines, it's hard. It's hard. I cannot point out the worst. That's how hard it is, because all those girls were good. They were all competitive. They walked like their life depended on it. They came on stage and said, I don't give a damn. I am not going to let anybody outshine me. I am a queen. I am walking here, head high, shoulders high, walking well. They are professionally trained. And I said, this is difficult, because usually I can point out the worst. All these girls are properly trained. And I just know what they all go through. They probably wake up 3 a.m. in the morning to walk. It was hard, but you know what? Let me point out my favorites. I still have to select my favorite. But it doesn't mean that any one of them were worse. All of them were good. It was hard to select it based on their regions, I believe, because that's the name on their sash. Yeah. So then we have Eloy. Flawless walk. She walks in character. She's looking stunning. She's looking like how Halle Berry used to look like back in the day with a shirt cut. She has a fit body. She walks so stunning. It's even with style. It's as if she was even going to dance the tango, pointed feet, and just twirling. Oh, she was good. She caught my eye. Then we have Baguio. Yeah? From the province, Baguio. So stunning. She took her time and she walked. She took her time. She looked throughout all the angles. She said, I am going to have a photo of every shot that I'm going to have. Left, right. She walked slowly, but she took her time. She twirled without tripping. Very focused. Amazing. Beautiful, stunning woman. Then we have Miss Quezon from the Quezon province. Twirled, nice smile, beautiful lady, walked well. Oh my god, stunning. Then we have Miss Zambales. Miss Zambales, she's petite. I know she's petite. She's tiny. Yeah? But she has a face card that's never declining. Like a credit card. The face card is not declining. She's beautiful. She's stunning. She's stunning, and she also has a strong eye contact. She kind of looks a bit like Megan Fox, baby. Yes. Yes, she kind of looks a bit like Megan Fox. Very stunning, petite, But even the petite ones, they said, no, baby. No, 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 no. It's not only for the tall girls. Yeah? Chelsea. Chelsea, who we now know, but it's okay. Chelsea also looks stunning. She also had a personality, a bit of innocent but cute, a little bit of naughtiness. And she also walked. She posed. She did what she had to do. Taguig, I hope, yeah, Taguig province also looked good. She has the look of a 90s model. Yeah, her face has a timeless look. She looks a bit like a 90s woman. Beautiful. She is also beautiful. She has a nice, she looks amazing. All of them. Her hair is also nice. Everything was nice. Oh my God. These were my favorites. Like I said, all the girls are good. All the girls are good. They had a good walk. They all did so well. It was hard for me to select. And even the ones that are petite, because I think Chelsea and also Zambales, they're both petite girls. But they said, listen, it's not only for those tall girls, honey. It's not for those tall girls. I may be tiny, but tiny. Small things comes in good packages, honey. I don't care. I'm not going to be intimidated by anybody. I'm not going to be intimidated by any tall girl. So those were my standouts for the swimsuits. So when they started the swimsuit challenge, I love the performance. I love the performance of the artist. He was singing, "It will be raining in Manila, na 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 na." That was such a fun song. I feel that's a good song because even aside from that, it feels very chill. It feels relaxed. I don't know, but there's something about that song that will never make me feel nervous. I just feel that it's such a relaxed, fun song to walk in. And I also love the backdrop with the rain and the water. Again, there's psychology. There's something about water, rain that just makes you feel calm. So the girls, they were looking good. They were looking stunning and they walked through it. Now we see the highlights of their activities. That's what they show in between, yeah, as we're still waiting for the next segment. So they're showing the highlights of their activities, things that they've done, and also Miss Universe Philippines, the advocacies that they themselves work with, that they support. I believe that there's a lot that they do. So they visited the Heritage and Conservation Center. And I said, oh, this is lovely. It's in partnership with Miss Universe, the art advocacy, yeah? And they want to empower, of course, the youth, the community to preserve heritage, specifically in the building. And they also had, of course, the ladies participating. It's all about passion, and I like that they're focused on that because we need to preserve our heritage, our building. Everything is being modernized, specifically maybe the building, and maybe how something was built in the Philippines, an antique house or anything that's antique, that has anything that's old. You maintain the heritage of even the building. So I didn't like it because I think these were the architects of these initiatives, and there are so many. There's animal cruelty, there are so many other participation, and it was nice to see how the girls, you could see that they were so passionate about the things they were doing. I think there was one girl who said that she's a project manager and she wants to contribute her skills to also help when it comes to the advocacy things that they do. You could clearly see that their passion are in it. Like, I read body language. I could basically see that. So that was the end of the swimsuit. So they had to cut from the top 20 now to the top 10. But this is actually something that I've never seen before. So as they select the top 10, they just ask them a bit of a Q&A, more about their personality. So I was thinking, oh, they'll ask the top 20 their personality Q&A, and then from there they select. But no, they didn't. So as I was watching, and then they say, okay, that's it, that's our top 10. And I said, already? Oh, okay, not knowing. As they select each candidate for the top 10, then we have a personality Q&A. But yeah, so I'm just going to run down. I'm just going to give the highlights. I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm just going to ask the type of questions they actually ask, yeah? So the question is to get them to know them a bit on the personal level. Some of these questions, they may appear as non-surfaced questions, not as deep, but I feel that you have to answer in a very tactical way. because they also judge you on that, even though they're not saying that. It's a bit of psychology, yeah? So I feel like most of the questions is, in a way, is indirectly on how their experience has been there. Of course, they will not say it in a direct way. Their personal bonding. Who do you miss most at home? Those are very interesting questions. What would you pick? Ice cream or not wearing heels your whole life? Things like that. Or what food you would have. Again, these questions I'll say also specifically like your relevance. What impact has this show kind of made in your life? Things like that. The girls, they gave actually good answers. I feel that all the girls actually gave good answers. Very, very, very good answers. I actually had some questions that some of the funniest answers that I had was that I selected is a juicy secret about you that nobody knows. She said that she wears a lot of hairspray. She wears a lot of hairspray and she might be flammable if you come close to her. I said, that's such a funny question. And then I'll say the answer that was the most smartest answer was, if you're deserted in an island, which girl would you pick with you? And I believe that question is for Quezon province, and she said she would actually love to pick everybody. Like it's such a hard question, but if she had to really select somebody, it would be the mom who is in the competition, because of how motherly she is. She would take care of her, somebody who is very passionate, somebody who is very sweet, and she would also return the favor. I said that's the smartest answer. But like I said, all the girls actually did very well in this top 10 Q&A. We got to know a bit more about of them. The answer to that I also liked about Eloy is that how when they went on their cultural trip, they were very, very exhausted, very, very tired, and you could basically bond with the girls, with the sisters on a personal level. Everybody was vulnerable with each other, and that's how they basically bonded. So that was also good. So after that selection, we had a couple of adverts and also infomercials. And what I like is that all these adverts actually featured the delegates, yeah. And then on top of that, even though we have these lovely glamorous adverts, they're very organic. I love them. It doesn't even look like I'm watching an advert. We also have an infomercial in regards to most of these delegates, the causes that they want to pursue. We also saw how they went to the delegates. They went to the deprived area, giving back to the community, also listening to the stories, explaining certain things. There were some things that were very, very heartfelt. Like, I think I almost cried. Yeah, it was nice. I liked how Miss Philippines, they organized these delegates to even be involved in things like this, in these charities. But even aside from that, I believe that I think there was one part where they visited a home or something like that, and I think that the mom was away. She's probably a migrant worker, and of course they said it in the local language, Tagalog. And I think the young girl who is the daughter, she misses her mom so much, you know, like the fact that they're not even together, that's even what hurts her. So even aside from that, Miss Universe Philippines, they work with an organization, which is the department in government in regards to the migrant workers, Filipino migrant workers that are overseas, supporting that initiative and helping, because maybe this has been a challenging issue. Now I cannot speak for all, but you know, especially you know, imagine being away from your family, sometimes even for years, sometimes even struggling to pay ticket. Sometimes you go somewhere even, and you know, God forbid, you're being taken advantage of, you're being stripped of your right. You know, we've heard stories. It's not even only the Philippines. They seize your passport, and then imagine you're working somewhere 24/7, and all they just want to do is provide a better life for their family, send money back home, help their family members, you know, even the struggle of this. So even that's such a good initiative. And again, I loved how involved, I mean, the girls do have to be involved, but I just like, you could literally see how involved they were. When it comes to the gowns, all of them, I think it's for the top 10, All of them look stunning in those beautiful gowns. Like, I give my props to the designers. They all look beautiful. Now, the ones that stood out to me, of course, Miss, sorry, I'll go by her, Miss Bagayo, Miss Eloy. I liked her dress too. Miss Zambales, and Miss Sebo. Those four gowns, they were my faves. They caught my eye. Loved it so much. So now we have the lovely top 5 that have been announced. So we have Miss Kainta, Miss Bulaga, Miss Tagui, Miss Cuizon, Miss Bakayo. So we have the top 5. So finally we come to the Q&A. So now they have the question. What's the biggest lesson you have learned from another woman? And how did it improve your life? So then she answered. She said it's her grandmother. Her grandmother taught her how to be very kind. The grandmother is also somebody who has sacrificed a lot for her. She saw her through school. She has contributed to her, and she's such a strong woman to uphold the family, and therefore she has inspired her, to be a great woman in the society. And this is a very relatable question. There are many young women who especially are closer to their grandmother, sometimes even closer than their own mother, and you know, grandmothers always have a soft spot for their grandchildren. And there have also been cases where unfortunately the parents could not really be involved in the child's life, so therefore the grandmothers usually step up to be the prime caregivers. Now I'm not sure if that's the case in her case, but this is a very relatable answer. So to be honest, I really love that answer. Now the next one is Miss Baggy. Yeah, she was a bit nervous, but I understand. It's an overwhelming experience. So they asked her, what's your biggest achievement and how has it improved you? Like I said, she was a bit nervous, but she tried to carry on, and her answer is she feels honored to be part of this prestigious pageant. The fact that Miss Universe Philippines has taught her so much, it has empowered her, and it has improved her to be an inspirational woman. And I said, okay, it's a bit simple. It's not the greatest answer, but it's okay. She tried in her own way. Third up, we have Miss Kainta. Yeah, and they asked her that women have inspired you throughout your life. Please tell us what you have done to inspire other women. And I said, okay, that's a good question. They're coming up with good questions. I love them. She said that she's always been told that she's very short. She's not the typical pageant height. That can be very discouraging for others to hear, people who are in her situation. But you know what? She realized that pageant is a representation of variation. It doesn't have that same standard of beauty. It's all about diversity. So she is repping every Filipina that looks up to her, every Filipina that feels a bit underrepresented, and she wants to inspire them. You know, she wants to inspire the ones that feel limited. Also good answer. So then we have Bulacan. So the question they ask her is, you are beautiful and confident. How would you use these qualities to empower others? And so she said, as a woman of color, she has faced challenges. Yeah. And she was told that there was only a specific beauty standard, if you know what I'm talking about. But she always looked up to her mother. Her mother always inspired her, and her mother always gave her that reassurance. Yeah, so that helped her to believe in herself. She had that role model. And also and to her, it's all about upholding values that you have in yourself. Because of this, she is already influencing so many women that look up to her. And also, I love how she referenced all the ladies that she started this journey with, all the other 52 delegates, including the ones that made it and the ones that did not make it. And she said that all of those ladies helped empower her. I said, that's a good answer. Very, very good answer. Like, this is such a fierce competition. Last but not least, we have Miss Tagik. And so they ask her, what's the biggest challenge you have faced as a Filipina? And what do you do to get through those challenges? And so she said, being overshadowed by men in this society, but with her platform you can own your destiny and you can be powerful. I said, well, that's a simple answer. That's a simple answer. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, they only have 20 seconds to answer the question. But I don't know what it is. I think her answer is probably my least favorite. But to be honest, all of those ladies did well. Now it's time for the crowning ceremony. Ooh, the excited part. Yes. So the fourth runner-up is Miss Tagik. So she was the one who just answered her question, and I said rightfully so. Answered it well. The third runner-up is Miss Baguo. The second runner-up is Miss Quizon. And who is the winner? Chelsea Manalo. Congratulations, Chelsea. That means the first runner-up is Miss Kanta. Yeah, Kainta. That's the first runner-up. For me, I would have put Miss Quizon as the first runner-up rather, and Miss Kainta as the second runner-up. But hey, all those ladies did well. They all performed very, very well. They did their thing. It was a fierce competition, but I felt it was a very, very fair competition. All those girls deserved it. All the ones that are in the top 10, in the top 5. Congratulations, Chelsea. You performed very well. Everybody actually performed well. And Chelsea is now in Miss Universe. And she's also doing very well. She's also doing very well. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for watching the review. Now on to the next video. The next video is going to be the things that, to be honest, it's just more like what I loved about Miss Philippines and what I felt like, is this needed or what could be added. So check out my next video that I'm going to also release, and you just check the pros and the cons. Thank you so much, my Filipino brothers and sisters. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.